I'm going to tell you what you need to know before moving to Los Angeles. So about 2 months ago, I received my sponsorship visa for the United States, and it's been a journey. Like, I started this, I want to say August. I just started researching and finding out about immigration lawyers. Let me tell you, it was not the easiest thing to understand. Y'all in America make it so complicated because there's so many different types of visas that you get in America. And even for my E3 visa, that's specifically for Australians. So I really recommend finding a lawyer that works with your country or your specific industry that you're trying to move to America in. So obviously, if you've never come to America, it's an ESTA visa, which allows you to be here for travel and just fun for 90 days. What I want to say is when you coming to America, I strongly recommend just playing by the rule book. What I mean by that, when you come in, there's an interrogation process that you may or may not take place at the airport. And you have something on your phone, or if someone else has purchased a flight for you, there are green flags, there are red flags that will be put on your name, and sometimes they do it at random in customs and sometimes they are targeting you. So it's just one of the tips is like, America is not scary, but you just have to do everything by the so that's why I got an immigration lawyer, because I wanted to make sure I dotted my I's and crossed my T's. So my sponsorship visa took about 2 months to get. It would have been a lot quicker if I actually had a degree. I got a sponsorship visa without a degree, and what they did is they pretty much took all of my work experience and then they got a third party to recognize that as a marketing degree, which was amazing. I didn't actually think that was going to be possible, and I was very nervous during those 2 months waiting for the feedback. Once I actually got that evaluation done, it was really straightforward. The interview I was so scared for, it was so easy. So if you're an Australian, reach out to me because I can guide you step by step through the process, and also who I used as my immigration lawyer. It cost me $7,000 and I'm for 2 years plus extension. So if it comes to the end of my sponsorship contract and I'm still working for that company, I can easily extend for another 2 years, and I think that goes up to 8 years, which is amazing. I think the second time I won't use the immigration lawyer because I don't think it's necessary. It was actually quite easy now that I have those documents and I've been through that process before. So the next part. So moving to LA, there's a few things you need to know. Number one is you need to have cash, and I would say 20,000 USD in the bank. And when I say cash, I don't mean literal cash, but you need to have that easily accessible. So when I came here, there was actually issues with my bank account and just fraudulent activities they thought were happening, and they closed one of my bank accounts. So now I actually have 3 different bank accounts just in case that happens. And I found the most useful was actually Wise. Some people call it TransferWise. I'll put a little link up here of what the application looks like. It's free and it just lets you be able to transfer, your my Australian dollars into USD. Check what your conversion rates are, because mine right now is terrible. So it's costing me double everything that I spend. So have a good buffer, and I say 10 to 20 grand just in case for emergencies, because let me tell you, you never know what's gonna happen. So when I came to America first time, I was 12, and I thought Venice and Santa Monica and all of those touristy places was so amazing and so cool. I think when I came back when I was 21, I stayed in Hollywood and it was pretty intense. I was by myself, so those areas to me wasn't appealing in LA. So I decided I either live in Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, that kind of area, or Orange County. And then when I kind of was seeing what's available online, I actually had 2 places. One was for $2,200, and that was in Orange County in Newport Beach, and that was a 3-bedroom, 3-level townhouse. Or I have the place I have now, which is 2,500, but it's like 4-bedroom, 2-story, views of the beach. Like I can literally see the ocean behind me. Now, I moved into a really safe area, and this felt really good for me, even though it's a little bit more expensive, and I'm probably like 45 minutes to Santa Monica. But the reason why is felt good for me. So if you're wanting to move to a country, I really recommend going and spending some time there for a long period of time. So I went here when I was 12, 21, and just recently, so 24. And I needed to really come here and make sure it was the right fit. And also I had opportunities in my lap. So when I arrived here, I could start making a life out. I would say to have that already set up. If come here and like start network. I think it's so important to build your network and really have a strong community around you, or you move here if you can. I have like not a strong community, but I'm lucky to have like 2 really good humans that have given me access to their community, and I knew I would have that, otherwise I wouldn't have here. It would feel way too daunting for me personally. Okay, the next thing, I set up my American bank account, and I did that out of social security number. So I didn't realize that I could set that up without that. When I arrived here, my immigration lawyer said in 10 days you can apply for your social security number. I've done that, and that was probably like, I want to say 6 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. It still hasn't arrived. Keep in mind it was Christmas time. So make sure you do that as soon as you can when you arrive and when your immigration lawyer says do the go okay. I just had to fill out a form, and then the next step is it's meant to come into the mail, and then I have to go to a social security number place to register that. And then so when I'm getting paid, it'll all go through that. The next step for me is then to build my credit. So in Australia, we don't have, like, it's not like this. So it's very, like, I'm wrapping my head around how important your credit rating and score is crucial here. It is in Australia, but just it's a very different, it's not as complex as it is here. So I found that really interesting. I don't think that I know exactly where I want to live yet. Like, I love spending time where I am here, and I'm going to give you a house tour, so stay tuned. But I actually want to experience a lot of places in America. I'm here for 2 years. I need to, like, leave these 2 years knowing I like explored it if I was not to stay. So my plan is I think I'm going to stay here until late April, and then I want to go and like go to Austin, Texas. I want to go to Nashville. I want to go to Florida. I want to go to New York. I want to go to check out San Fran. I've already been to so many amazing places, and if you're in California or you're coming here, I really recommend doing the drive from LA all the way up to Big Sur and then into Lake Tahoe, come back down, go to Yosemite, and then go to Palm Springs. That, my friend, you're here in winter, amazing. If you're here in summer, still amazing, but I don't know if you need to go to Lake Tahoe. But this Big Sur, I'm gonna do like a whole drone view of this on this vlog, because let me tell you, Big Sur is insane. It's like Italy and California and like some exotic place in Ireland all in one. Like, it's like this drive, and it's beautiful. So there are so many things to do still in California that I want to get done the next like 3 months. But in saying that, like, I know me and I love to travel around and experience all these different places, because in Australia it's like California, so I need to like get some new culture in as well. The next thing, I would like to say that we also have a few different words that are different in Australia to America. So one thing that I struggle with is ordering my coffee here. I don't understand why it's not the same, but it's just not. Normally in Australia, I'll order a cappuccino. Here, it's not, there's no chocolate on it, and I'm not okay with that. So I've actually stopped drinking coffee because I've just been so disappointed. My housemate has said that there's this really good like Australian coffee because she's Aussie as well. But you know what? I'm just not drinking coffee right now, and I'm okay with that. My partner says that I say yoga, not yoga, which I didn't know that was actually a thing. And there's like other things that like I say that people don't understand that I need to remember, because there's just, I I don't know, there's little things that are different. So don't be afraid if you come over here and the Americans can't understand you, because I had the same problem. Now, I want to give you a tour of my place, and keep in mind, I moved in here, there's already a girl living here, so I actually found it through Facebook Marketplace, and I got really lucky because she's Aussie. She's been here for 5 years and we have that connection because we're two Aussie females. I got pretty nervous looking on Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of weirdos out there. So I would say meet up with the person, grab a coffee, check out the neighborhood. I did do some Zoom calls before I moved here, but honestly, Los Angeles is such a place. Like, you need to understand where you're moving and the reason why you're moving there, because I paid a little bit more to be in this proximity of LA, because while I'm here, I want to be able to network and go meet people. So you need to think about those things. And if you haven't access to a car, or if you have to loan a car, there's just like so many things you need to think about. That if you have any other questions, feel free to message me, because it's a big move and it's so exciting. Like, don't get me wrong. So I want to show you around the place and give you MTV crib house tour. Let's go. First, you have to meet Tinky. This is my housemate's dog. She's adorable. She hates trucks, but she loves schnugs. Okay, guys, so I wanted to give you like a bit of a tour because I was really daunted when I first wanted to move here. I couldn't find anything I liked. So I'm living with one other girl, and it's 4 bedrooms in Manhattan Beach. So this is my bedroom. Kind of cute. Don't judge my decor. We're still trying to vibe it out. And then I'm very lucky to have my office next door, which I'm going to show you at the end because we have these like vibey lights. And then my housemate lives just there. And let's go upstairs. Come on, Deeks. So the upstairs is like literally huge. Like, we do not need this much room, but it's beautiful, so light and airy. And this is what I love. It's like we can literally see the ocean from here, which, even though I'm paying more, I just adore being able to see the ocean. Stunning. So we're like in the middle between Hermosa and Manhattan Beach. So we've got Hermosa on our left and then Manhattan on our right. And then to get to like Venice is like kind of like 40 minutes from here. So have a look, check it out. My housemate's office, but there's like a favorite part of the house. So beautiful. So I'm going to show you down these stairs to the office, and then yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh.